Okay, now here is the fun part of a book drive. Setting up your book drive. Okay, number one, set a goal. Set a big goal. Get with the organization that you're working with to get an idea of what they need. You know, how many books are going to be beneficial for them, what they're trying to fill. You know, I did a book drive for a NICU, and they really just needed books for their cart. They didn't have a lot of storage area for an excess amount of books. So I didn't go all out for that one because I knew that they didn't have the space for it. But they were very, you know, particular on the books that they wanted. They wanted specific books for the NICU, for their cart, for the families. So, you know, the money that I raised, we spent a little bit extra on things like 5-minute bedtime stories and illustrated adventures, and, you know, some of the thicker books, you know, some of the chapter books, some books that had multiple stories in it, so when they came back they could read, you know, several different stories or several different chapters to their baby while in the NICU, because babies spend quite a bit of time in the NICU. So make sure that you know what your organization is in need of, and then set your goal from there, but always go bigger. Go big or go home, is what I've always been told. So number one, set your goal. Number two, set a date, set a time frame. You know how long you're going to do your book drive, and you don't want it to be very long. Like a week is good. 2 weeks, no more than that. Because really all of the donations that you're going to get are going to be in the last like 4 days of your book drive, no matter if it's 4 days long or 14 days long. Nobody donates in the beginning, everybody donates at the end. Kind of like that last push, or, oh my gosh, I forgot, you know, the urgency to it. So make sure you're giving yourself enough time. Make sure that when you're setting the date, you're thinking about what is going on in your life, in your business, as well as with that organization. So if they have an event coming up and you can tie into that with your book drive, then yeah, jump on that, choose those dates. Put that right in the middle so you can do some stuff at the beginning, be a part of that, and then, you know, wrap it up at the end. If national convention's coming up, or regional, or you have a big book fair, no, don't pick those dates. Book drives take focus. They take time. It really does take a lot of energy because you've picked something you're very passionate about. And so you'd be surprised that the emotion that gets behind a book drive, if you're really going to do it right, it's going to wear you out. And so you don't want to tie it in with something else, you know, big that's going on. But you can also tie it in with something like a goal that you have with your business. So if you're going for HOC3 in April and you want to do a big book drive for these kids that aren't in school and they need books, these underprivileged children, or, you know, there's so many ways to do it, so many different organizations to choose, and so many good causes. So just find the right timing for your business, for your goals, as well as for the organization. So you want to take all that into consideration. Okay, once you've set your goal, when you've picked your time frame, you want to go on your e-commerce site and set up a book fair, and you want to name it whatever your book drive is. That way people can order through that link for their family and know that 50% of what they're purchasing is going to go towards your book drive. So that's a good way for them to support you without actually making a donation. And you'll have families that do that, and that's great. We love them. And then create a wish list for the organization. Find out what books they need, what books they're interested in. I have one consultant that's done activity books around Christmas time, and then she did a Cuddle Bear book drive, and it's all for the same organization. But she found out what specifically their need was at that time. You just create a wish list, and then people can shop that wish list and have the book shipped directly to them. And they can actually just put ship with the organization when they purchase them. And when you close out the book drive, all of those books will ship there, and they don't have to pay any shipping, and they get to purchase books just for that organization. And then just do it. Just kick it off. Start it. Start getting donations, which we'll talk about next.